What up, what up, what up, what up? How's it going? How y'all doing? It is another Saturday afternoon, and you're here with your boy, The Black, as we get to episode 256 of the Terrell Effect. Now, we have some tracks for you that you've never heard here before, and some remixes for some tracks that you have. I mean, what I have to talk to you about is some interesting stuff. We got Soulrac going to join us at some point through this podcast. He's an artist that is doing some phenomenal things, advocacy through his art. And then we have to hit record, because as soon as I'm done my spiel, we're going to start a little thing here. We're going to start a little thing here on the show where I do a 1-2 mix, you know what I mean? So we're going to get with it. We're going to get into the times. We're going to, we're going to start this up. But this is taking forever. So let me just jump to the beginning and click. Boom. There it is. All right. So episode 256 of the Terrell Effect will be full of some tunes. We're going to get to it just now. As a matter of fact, as soon as I hit record, episode 256 of the Terrell Effect. I keep repeating that because we are syndicated on Liquid Fire Radio. Got to shout out the Wifeager. Also got to shout out Christy Hales, who is running Indie Rocks. That is the hub for Liquid Fire Radio. Check out indie-rocks.ca and get with it. What else? Music. That's right. If you don't know already, Terminal 3 by Rochester and Private Day, Private Number is out now. I had to pull it back because, we just had someone jump in here. Share the link. Everybody around you might have to see why. I'm trying to be your man, girl, I'm not gonna lie. I'm going to love me, be up on my side. Only fly, looking at the one in your eyes. Only fly, whenever you feel me, you know I'm the guy. Baby, you fly, honey, I want you to be mine, honey, I want you to rock, honey, you know what's the vibe, honey. We take off in the road to the land, in the sun, on the moon, it's the talk, where I close, and it's none. Big tune. Track's called Selena. I'm just giving y'all a taste of it. Just giving y'all a taste of the Terminal 3. Check that out. Private name, private number. Sheesh. Rochester. Come on. Let go. That's all you get for that one. That's all you get for that one. Go look up the album Terminal 3. Track's called. You already know. Rochester. Yeah. Yo, catch a quick sample. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, the tracks are back to back. Jeez, Big Plane, the remix. Rochester. If you don't know, now you know. Music to move to. Let's get it. Big Plane on the runway. Set. See me soon fly up. Hey. Right. Hey. She goes me the other day. Same show you on my line now. Track just cut out one time. For what? For what? For what? The tune just cut out. Madness. Okay. So, something just happened here, and I have to figure it out because the tunes were playing, and then it just cut. So, trust me, I'm going to bring that tune back as soon as I figure out what went wrong. But until then, that's madness, bro. I said the tune was bumping, and then all of a sudden, the thing just said, nah, sir, we're not going nowhere for you. There we go. You know what? Okay, we're back. We're back. Okay. That was a little turbulence right there. Thank you for riding out with me. We got Soulrac joining us just now. Big plan on the runway. Hey. I said we had a little bit of turbulence, didn't I? Big plans on the runway. This is the one right here. I'm just giving y'all a quick little sample. Y'all need to go check the whole album. Spotify, everything. All streaming platforms. Private name, private number. Rochester, private name, private number. Yep. In my opinion, this is that club banger. Ah. Yeah. Track's massive. Check out Terminal 3. Rochester, private name, private number. As the track says. Man. Telling you. That was just a quick sample. That's just, you know what I mean? You jumped into the water, you felt that shock, but you want to enjoy it. So go look up Terminal 3. Buy that, stream it, whatever you got to do. But no, there's more to where that came from. Yeah. You know where's that track? Okay. Now we're gonna have Soulrac join us just now. Oh man, I haven't played this track in a minute. There's more. I remember they were making fun of me. Everybody's telling IG. But tell me what you're looking like in real life. I hear just the people take a seat. Now 50 people rolling on my own. So it's don't leave my hand, that's my home. Don't worry about my diamonds and my stones. There's more where I came from. 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 All right, we got Soulrac here. We're listening to Private Name, Private Number.
Yo.
What's going on, King? How you doing?
I'm doing good, King. I was sorry about the tardiness on my end. Had to work out these technical issues, but I'm glad to be here with you.
No need to apologize, King. When you're moving the way you are, they're gonna try and throw any obstacle they can at you.
Oh, that's very true. That's very true. But it more.
So that's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now we're listening to PNPN.
Okay.
Featuring Jelly Two Fly. The track's called Trip Hop.
Okay.
You know what I mean, this is one of those. Like I've been banging this for a minute. This is one of those joints where it's just like like it could go in the club. You can bang it in your car, on your phone. You know what I mean? This is some workout music right here.
Well, that's what it is.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
That's what it is, bro. So yeah, we do what we do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, but yeah.
All right. Yeah. He just dropped a new album called Terminal 3 with Rochester.
Okay.
AKA Juice. Yeah.
Okay.
Massive. Like it's a I think it's a 7-track album.
Okay.
And it's got fire from start to end. You know what I mean? It's got a little bit of everything, you know what I mean? So we just played that, and now we're just, showing a little bit more of his street appeal, I guess we'll say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's, like I said, he's got tracks to cover like damn near every genre of hip hop or every version or variation of hip hop or rap you could call it. So
yeah.
I was listening to a tune that he made the other day. I'm like, bro, that is like almost hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yeah,
diverse in his craft. But I heard I like to listen to the tracks for the first time with the artist. And I heard one of your tracks and I was just like, whoa, that's heavy. And some of the sound bites that were in there, I think it was bitter fruit.
Yeah. James Baldwin. Yeah.
That's you ain't playing. You going for heads with that one.
Oh yeah, that's the objective, to go for the heads. You know what I'm saying, and to wake people up, or recharge their batteries. You know what I'm saying. Let them know there's no sleep or slumber. We're gonna keep moving. You know what I'm saying.
It's a movement, not a moment.
Exactly. You said it perfectly.
Yeah. Oh man. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I see you sneak that little scratch in there. I saw you. I saw that little scratch real quick. All right. You full of surprises.
Transitions.
Yeah, I see that. I'm like, okay. I said, okay.
Oh man, I'm telling you.
Take me back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have Soulrac hailing live from. Where are you located? That slipped me for some reason.
Yeah, I'm in Florida. I live closer to Tampa now, but I rep Orlando because that's where I was born and raised. That shaped that shaped me as a person. So I'm always gonna represent my hometown.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's what's up. It's like I was born in St. Catharines, Ontario. I live in
Okay.
Welland, but I was raised in Toronto. So if anybody asks me where I'm from, the first
Mm-hmm.
instinct I say Toronto because I spent the most time there. But like
But yeah, of course.
now I'm starting to, I came back to the region to hold down the territory
Mm-hmm.
and, build my family up and work on the
Mm-hmm.
business thing. So yeah, Niagara's my home kind of thing.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Dope.
It's funny that the region of Niagara houses as many people as the city of Toronto.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
bonkers. And like there's some people out here that like their chest is high. I'm one of them, but still, like their chest is high, like, oh, we're the all conquering.
Yeah.
Bro, there's bigger than me out here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I always look for someone taller than me to humble myself when I go out in the world. You know what I mean?
Word. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because my daughter thinks I'm the tallest, and I'm just like, no, there's bigger than me, and I don't want someone to come and humble me, so I humble myself.
Understandable. Was a lot of tall people in the area, or just
a lot of farm boys, like
okay,
yeah, farm boys and hockey boys out here. So
okay,
they're big, they're bigger out here in the country. Like in the city, they're kind of like it's like they eat more fast food and the box food
I see.
kind of thing. But out here, like they're eating right off the land. So
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they beat. So
yeah.
Oh,
I see you repping that Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yes, sir.
Get ready for Tampa Bay Lightning. We coming at you again this year.
Oh man, y'all did nice.
Yeah, we did nice 2 years in a row. I don't know if we'll do it 3 times, but we struck lightning struck twice. So we'll see if we do it third time.
And they said that it wouldn't strike the first time. So
yeah.
Are you a sports fan?
I mean I like all sports. More football oriented, but I like all sports. I support Tampa because I live here in Tampa, so I support the Bucks. I support Tampa Bay Rays. I support the Tampa Bay Lightning. So I try to support it because I'm in the area. You know what I'm saying? But so I support all sports because that's where I am. I'm gonna support it. That's how I feel about it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's the way it should be. All right. So this bitter fruit track, I want to get some background on that before.
Oh yeah, let's do it. All
right. So what struck you and say, you know what, I'm gonna air my grievances? Was there a particular instance or occurrence?
I mean, one of the things that struck me was just the ongoing onslaught we saw of people being killed through police brutality, one being George Floyd, the whole saga surrounding that, and before the trial and different things like that. But seeing the trial happen and seeing so many other things that happened pre-George Floyd that occurred, and just the total experience I had living in America, it just, it comes from the idea of the song by Billie Holiday, Strange Fruit, where she was making a reference to lynching. I'm more so talking about another type of lynching, which is happening through police brutality, which is happening through the experiences that we experience in America and abroad. And so that's what I mean by bitter fruit, because the blood that comes from the people that died from the, metaphorically speaking, the lynching is in the ground. And so the fruit that it produces is bitter fruit. So whoever tastes of it get a bad aftertaste from the experience. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, boy, that'll make you rethink your generational wealth now, won't it?
Yeah. So that's the thought process behind it.
All right. So, and the sound bites, they're riveting. They're riveting. Yeah. It's like you hear it, it's just like, wow, I didn't even think about it that way, and now I can't think about it any other way. So let's
and one more thing I want to say too, and I almost slipped my mind. It's also dealing with the idea of reparations, saying everything we went through is giving. It's almost like like I'm giving a reason why reparations should be made available because of the experiences that we experienced throughout America, and that's one of the main themes behind it. But it does put a serious focus on police brutality. I just want to make sure I share that, because the sound bites and the song, it all ties into that end result. It's like, okay, these are the things we experienced. This is why it shouldn't be an argument about reparations.
All right.
Okay. Right. Just want to throw that in there.
That's good.
All right.
Yeah, let's go. Mm.
I'm knocking on the door where you let me in. I read a spin trip to get right to spins for so long. Hate you was a tool. They keep us on my 40 acres in the new. Black labor built this land called America. You got rich, but the world was never share with us. I could talk and see, build for democracy. I can't we be equal if we were your property. Now you don't pay the debt from the past. While we still carry wounds from the past. And it seems every time we build a nation, you burn the city down and use intimidation bomb. Black bodies still swinging from the oak tree. We face Jim Crow and still broke free. You erase any progress that we made. They will not be equal and true to the state.
Mm. Gotta take that in.
Oh yeah.
But you can buy Burger King for dinner roof. Blood is on your hands because you can sell the truth. The food remain better till you hear the roots. A new slave patrol for the slave master. A new uniform but the same chapter. You wore white sheets, now you're dressed in blue. And they use the choke hold when they arrested you. Or they beat you to death so you can get in line. But you barely go to jail when you commit a crime. Say you're free to protest and the biggest sign. And we're fighting no pressure in the wicked mind. You will say anything just to switch the blame. We won't justice now, we won't forget their names. You erase any progress that we made. Things will not be equal and until the day is paid. Cops happened straight and they didn't shit. Why I blessed in the sort of left in the roots. Then I wish cops happened straight and they didn't shoot. Why I blessed in the sort of left in the roots. Then I wish cops happened straight and they didn't shoot. Why I blessed in the sort of left in the roots. Then I wish cops happened straight and they didn't shoot. Why I blessed in the sort of left in the roots. I'm like John Lewis on the freedom ride, tearing down walls so you can see the lies. How much black blood do you need to spill? How many of us died like in the jail? Some of y'all still selling on that slave ship. You sell your people out because you made chips. We're in a civil war through these hard times. Racism keep us down like a hard time. And they always want to teach we are criminals. Red line and make the hood so unlivable. And you wonder why you always see a black rage. Cause the hood was destroyed through the crack age. And we need to build our nation through black wealth. And keep fighting until we get our last breath. You erase any progress that we made. Things will not be equal and until the day is paid. Those terrible factors have been improved. And again, nothing at all. Wait, the landlord, the bank, insurance company,
Oh man.
which spell out that you are working on human beings. It is not that. By that time, your daughter or your son or your niece or your nephew. You're 30 by now after you're done. And nothing you would do is make it back. It was worse than that. There's nothing you have done. And as far as you can tell, nothing you can do will save your son or your daughter from getting the same disaster. And not possible.
That last part right there, I was just like, okay, you know what? I have to make it my mark to ensure that the trials and tribulations I endured do not befall my youth.
You know, that's funny you said that, because that's the purpose of the song History. Because Bitter Fruit is like a precursor to his story, because his story is a message of me giving to my son and saying, you know, this is what I went through, but my goal is not to get you to go through what I went through. And that's the, you know, the trailer that I sent you, that's for that particular song. But I'm glad you said that, because they kind of tie into one another. Okay. So that's interesting.
I could jump right into that one.
All right, that's you're more than welcome to. All right.
History.
Son, I know you've been going through some things. I wanted to let you know I understand what you're going through. I want you to pause
Yeah,
some
this
intimacy
is
because my chapter's coming to an end. If you ever get lonely, remember you have purpose. For you to better understand, I want you to learn his story or my story.
yeah.
74 through heaven door, my mom was blessed with a son. A teenage was on welfare who learned a lesson from none. My father, he couldn't bother, he was locked in the cell. My deuce tried to raise me one block from hell. A young man without a father, yo, it isn't the same. But she did what she could before the misery came. My grandma stand up, my us above the water. And she loved me as her own because she loved the daughter. My uncle never grew up, he got addicted to crack. Grew up where on the bus he had to sit in the back. Hold his shoes and sock, kept us away from the door. Find the roaches in our cereal made us hate to be born. Drug dealing and thugs came for a piece of the pie. I saw so many friends leave with no reason to die. If I had to do it, only be the part that I choose. Trying to spare you from my pain if you could walk in my shoes. Yellow streets and hard times turning towards the men. While we're fighting for the noise within. We in the street before our life begun. That's why we have to break the cycle past the father and son. Ghetto streets and hard times turning towards the men. While we're fighting for the noise within. We in the street before our life begun. That's why we have to break the cycle past the father and son. Chapter 2, after school is where I earned my stripes. Where you wouldn't get respect if you didn't fight. Embrace the game.
It's got a real soulful vibe.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem. It's like it's hard, but it's not harsh.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's not one curse word in the whole song.
That's the best part of it.
Mm-hmm.
My true purpose in the God within. When I heard my cousin died, I was looking for answers because he was the innocent. He was triggered by cancer. If I had to do it, only be the part that I choose. Trying to spare you from my pain if you can walk on my shoes. Ghetto streets are hard times, turning towards the men. While we're fighting for the noise within. We in the streets before our life begun. That's why we have to break the cycle past the father and son. Ghetto streets and hard times turning towards the men. While we're fighting for the noise within. We in the streets before our life begun. That's why we have to break the cycle past the father and son. 2011, from heaven I was blessed with a son. Had to pay you for the work before our lesson was done. Teach you knowledge of self, that's a part of your wealth. Put you on the right road before you started to step. Understand that life is the man and it's hard to choose. The path of righteousness because you get scarred and bruised. But one bad move, they can change your life. Just ask your grandfather because he paid the price. Let life choose brothers because tomorrow may have. Days filled with sorrow, so don't follow my path. You remind me of my cousin when you're in the end zone. You completing this dream, although it's been gone. Life is fragile, we want to see the end. But I want you to know we do it till we meet again. And we have to do it, or we be the part that I choose. I know I spared you from my pain since you walked in my shoes. Yellow streets are hard times, turning towards the men. While we're fighting for the noise within. We in the streets before our life begun. That's why we have to break the cycle past the father and the son. Ghetto streets are hard times, turning towards the men. While we're fighting for the noise within. We in the streets before our life begun. That's why we have to break the cycle past the father and the son.
Okay, so I've been for years saying, you know what, like we talk about all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't even want to say we because I kind of
I
think artists like yourself and myself who are conscious of the way our lyrics affect the minds of our listeners kind of alter the way we write, but the way we're perceived is that it's almost impossible to make this kind of music. Like we can't motivate each other, we can't inspire each other, we have to degrade, we have to disrespect, we have to alienate, and it's just like, no, look at what they're doing. You hear them saying anything bad about, like the worst you hear is like, oh, my dog died and my wife broke the car. You know what I mean? Like, somehow still managed to be happy about that shit. So like, why are we over here with all this strength and might and power and intellect acting like we ain't got the capacity to do more? I don't get it. I have this song called Appreciation that I performed it yesterday, and it was it's more it's driven by, like, I wrote it to a metal song. I was auditioning for a band, and the man gave me a half an hour instrumental, like half an hour of instrumentals, and he's like, okay, you're gonna freestyle to this, and I'm like, okay. So for like a half an hour, I was there freestyling. My dude sipping on some beers, and you know what I mean. Shout out to Joey Bureau. You know what I mean? He was sipping on his beer, having a fun time, just listening to me just go word for word over these beats. So he was like, "Oh my!" Like at one point there was a break in the song, and I called my brother. He's like, "Oh man, you're doing great." I'm like, "I appreciate that," and I'm like, "Let's talk appreciation." You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And then I went into the song and. You know what? Let me see if I can find it. I should be able to find it right here. Yeah.
All right. Dope.
I'll pull it up because, like, again, a lot of people talk about how they have it or what they have, but no one talks about how to get it or what needs to be done. Or few people talk about how to get it or what needs to be done.
True.
So it's like, why not just... You know what I mean? Put that information out there so that we can all do better. All right, I'll pop this on here. It's real simple though. Like, if you break the hard part is actually finding the equity to get the property. But once you have the property,
yes,
you're laughing. And it doesn't have to start at the property. You could start by buying little bits of companies that are doing very well. And then stack it to the side.
Yes.
But the song goes like this. Get some gold and keep it properly. Wait, don't just flash it and get it all tarnished and stuff. You know what I mean? Maintain the property of your estate. Wait. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because money appreciates over time. Just go buy stocks in Jordan and then be sore and I'm roaring. Then I get into some, you know,
okay, I like that.
Things.
Yeah, I like that.
Like magical message from a man who's slick and just like those Rick men market like madmen. Because I'm always like on the go with something, trying to put someone in someone's face. You know what I mean? Yeah. Present on every day we advent. That's just a multi-entendre I had fun with. Wait, I'm talking to the nation. Great. Let's talk appreciation. Wait, we're gonna talk appreciation. Getting sponsorships from corporations. Because that's what a lot of these guys are doing.
Yes, they are. Very true.
Disassociation from the hateration. They're not working with people that don't like them and they're going for corporate money.
That's how you get it.
Exactly. Take the time to hear me here while I appear like a peer on a pier, piercing peer over peers who want to appear in the places where I am near. Hard heat as if I'm branding I sear. Investments welcome all year. Just put that in there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Straight up. It's like you gotta manifest it, generate it, say it enough times, work towards it, it will happen. Yeah. So showing God appreciation. You know what I mean? Like, like these are tracks that you don't often hear on commercial radio because commercial radio is pummeling our psychology with like, if it's not pop music from, you know, the people they accept, it's derogatory music from the people we do.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I'm still bothered by the fact that Denzel Washington never won an Oscar until he played the ultimate bad guy.
I know, isn't that something?
Like, where was his Oscar for John Q?
Yeah, I mean, Malcolm X was great too.
Malcolm X was stunning.
Well, no, I mean, he made it. You know, he did a lot of movies that are noteworthy. But you know, until you look at Halle Berry. When did she win one? When she did Monster Ball. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it seems like when we're in a degrading position, that's what it's expected, and then that's when we play the more, I guess you would say, more acceptable role. That's when we are Oscar worthy, you know, or Grammy worthy, you know. So
I saw one post and it had like, it showed all Oscar winners of color, and then it showed the roles below it. And I don't remember seeing lawyer, doctor, nurse, police officer, you know what I mean, politician, mechanic. I didn't see none of that. It was like slave, drug dealer, kingpin, slave, you know what I mean? What?
Yes.
Come on, we need to change that narrative, and especially with the control that we now have over media, in the sense of like I want to say the Tyler Perrys, the Key and Peels,
of course,
you know what I mean, the Diddy's,
Oprahs.
the Fitties, the Oprahs. We have no excuse. There's nothing stopping us from, you know what I mean, magnifying the glory of our culture.
That's true. True.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I got to do a quick plug about Culture Shock.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Culture Shock issue 13 is volume 2, issue 1, but we call it issue 13 because it's the 13th issue, and I had to make the link easy for you guys to find. So check out sharetheshock.ca/issue-13. It is featuring Crooked Control, this Caribbean Gulf Social. I believe we have some content from yourself in there as well.
Oh, word. Okay.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
I believe so.
All right.
Yeah, so check it out. It's
sure.
It's expanding. It's getting more diverse. I mean, like, you can buy a copy online for $10. The digital copy. Yeah. So check us out, man. We're doing things. I got to shout out MJ Savino as well. I mean, like, I'll be honest with you. At the state that I'm in right now, I conduct myself in a particular way. Not that I'm better than anybody, because I'll never do that. But like, I'm too good for certain shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to be on that state. Have a standard.
Yeah. So like, I'm sitting here and I saw the name, and when it was like 2-time award-winning publicist, I was just like, I want to approach, but that's clout, that's credentials. I don't, you know what I mean? I'm just starting this, so I'm just like,
yeah.
There was something about, I don't know if it was her universal energies or like my daring nature. I just said, you know, I'm gonna reach into that network, and I'm gonna see what can come out of it. And she talked to me like I'm somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just like, so I was like, okay, so whoever she introduced me to has to be on this caliber. And so far, you all have been your own degree of awesome.
I appreciate that. Yeah, she's definitely one of the, most intriguing persons I've met in 2020. And not only that, she's very approachable and very open-minded towards what your passions are, and giving you insight as well as direction. And I think those things are very important whenever you are working with a publicist, or you're working with someone who is doing your radio campaigns and so forth. You want somebody that understands your vision and willing to do what's necessary to see it fulfilled. So that's one of the things. There are many other qualities about it, but those are one of the things I can definitely say on the outset.
Oh man, definitely. Got to shout out Rockstar Jojo Rodriguez.
All right.
Talking
One
about
love.
One love, bless up.
Yeah.
Oh man. So yeah.
Yeah.
That in there. Okay, so I have this song Belly of the Beast.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna play it just now, but again, I like to get a little bit of insight, because
sure,
the title kind of leads me to believe that it's a song that has to do with overcoming some kind of adversity.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the background on this one?
Well, basically, in a nutshell, it's dealing with mass incarceration. That's just a big problem in America that really has affected families for the long term. And so because it exists, and being the type of person I am, I'm not afraid to deal with conflict. I'm not afraid to deal with issues that confront society head on. Because if no one is doing it, I want to be one of the ones who are doing it. And I want to leave a better world for my son and my daughter. So ultimately, I want to address issues that I feel that will affect their generation as it has affected mine. But on this one, I was joined by the legendary Juice Crew member, Craig G, and then also by, an up-and-coming hip-hop artist who's a star in the battle rap arena, VBS Verbal. And then we all made this track and we made this gem. So I'm grateful to have them on, and grateful for people to hear it.
All right.
talking about issues of reform and trying to make the prison a better place to live. That's what prisoners want, right? And this whole issue that these false dichotomies that we keep engaging in, children in prison, women in prison, old people in prison.
They just sentenced the little homie to 20 plus, had a public defender. He couldn't get his money up. Prosecutor didn't care. He was only 17. Circumstantial evidence erased him from the scene. George Zimmerman is a free man. The killer get. Some folks were innocent. Cell blocks they fill them in. Sweatshop workers for 20 cents per hour. Take away your dignity, washing in group showers.
Damn.
Away from the 12 hours washing racist CEOs on their fuck shit. It sucks. The judge screams guilty to lighten up his caseload. Liars testify on the stand playing a fake role. Solitary confinement and extra way to break souls. Inhumane treatment or not, how the debate goes. And if you get released from this situation, you'll keep you under your thumb with a 20-year probation.
You know, and this is what we got. Well, we got to start. We got to take control of this language, man. We got to take control of this narrative, man. We got to start eliminating things that disconnect us, that divide us. You know, until we do that, until we begin to connect the dots, we are finished. We ain't going to do it.
Bulldog, fully loaded stash in a shiny case. Large bags of all on tiny plates. In the hood, check the totem pole, I'm highly placed. Right hand been locked since summer of 98. I'm from the home with kids clapping and kidnappings. Shootouts in broad day, at least 10 stabbings. Rep your hood, most of us come from hard places. Get caught up, turn incarcerated star faces. A vast population up in them state prisons. You wanna fight for your life now, the state's risen. To count on one hand the people that might be with me. Keep the prison system broke since 1950. They locking up 9 times as many blacks. United States jail population, the biggest facts. Trust staying on these streets is an annual challenge. The long-term effects will cause collateral damage.
Welcome to America, the home of the brave, where black and brown faces can be owned like a slave. We're lost in the wilderness for false imprisonment. Are you behind bars and it costs the innocent? It's a 13th Amendment and never intended to give us a favor, have slavery extended. They make us rot in the cells full of risk and profit. But when we talk about it, try to switch the topic. Centuries of degradation that we saw in the book couldn't break us with chains, so they calling us crooks. So a cop can justify when he spit innocent blood. For driving around like if you live in the hood. Mass incarceration, mass indoctrination, mass discrimination. We ask for reparations. Cause 2 million inside, will they ever be free? We face a new Jim Crow on the belly of the beast. Welcome to America.
Just thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would bankrupt the economy if they had to pay reparations. Realistically speaking, and they go belly up.
Yeah, they say it might be about 14 trillion if they did it right. That's what they're saying. It might cost up to that amount. That's what they're saying. But it's long overdue, though. I think the benefit that they had as far as generational wealth and so many other things, there are different discussions that been had regarding the issue of reparations as far as how payments can be given. But there's something should be done to right a wrong. You know, it's definitely something that needs to be done. As far as it being monetary value, that's definitely something that's up for discussion. But it's definitely something that needs to be done to right the wrong.
Well, I mean, it's not like America's the smallest country in the world. They have
exactly
a space where they could cultivate lands and say, okay, well, here's a house and here's some farm, here's some acreage, and here, you know, we couldn't give you the money dollar for dollar, but here's some money on top of it. And you don't have to pay for this utility for X amount of years, and you don't have to, you know what I mean? There's ways they can finesse it because they're finessing us right now. So
yeah, of course. And there's a lot of money in America that, you know, that's hitting in off-sea, you know, accounts and different things like that. And, you know, in America, the problem is that the rich is getting rich and the poor is getting poor. But yet the poor is the ones that's being victimized more than anybody because, you know, and so I think we just need to even the playing field. That way people who are behind can get caught up because they have benefited from generational wealth. I mean, you know, America has taken away. Texas used to be Mexico. California used to be Mexico, and so many different other things that, and the Native Americans or indigenous people were moved away from where they were. They were, killed from diseases that was spread to them. And then about the slave labor, and then also the Asian culture, their labor was used as well. But more importantly, we have never been able to be compensated for the labor that we created, the generation that we created for the people that were here with us, that produced during enslavement. So that right has never been wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that wrong has never been righted, I meant to say. So that's something that needs to be done. We can definitely dive deeper into it, but just to put it in a nutshell, that wrong needs to be righted.
Yes, definitely, definitely. All right. In that regard, it seems like we caught them slipping.
Yeah, we got them slipping. We caught them slipping.
All right.
She was a beauty queen with violent queen. Always wanted on the J's. Only mess with always a men in the minor league. Mesmerizing them with a swagger and a smile. She break her right in and then she pass her to the pile. Sexual attraction, intellectual attraction. She'll leave your brain dead before you get to know her action. Her curves was majestic with a mocha complexion. Her words was poetic. She was close to perfection. She take it for your papers if you leave your guard down. Love is a movie and she's playing a part now. When she goes, she need a trailer, destruction. And if she wasn't good, she wouldn't say it. Seduction. Before you commit, fellas, better test the roots. Change your way, sisters, before you're destitute. You were born with a purpose.
It's almost like a Slick Rick kind of storytelling vibe.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what That's what I like to switch the vibe.
Yeah.
To keep people interested.
Definite.
Mm-hmm. Like I tell stories of some of my songs. Sometimes just straight hard facts.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes you just get that old school boom bap.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was joined by A-Man Baba on this track. That's who you heard in the second verse.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to make sure he get his shine.
Of course. Who produced the beat?
Big Bob produced all the tracks you heard today were produced by Big Bob and scratches by L. Don the Cut.
Okay.
I like to stay consistent with the same producer when I do a project, just for consistency of sound.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good way to go about it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, we got a good assortment of music today. A nice assortment of music.
Definitely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. So the next one that I have here, because I'm sitting here looking at it's called Blackface.
Mm-hmm.
I'm intrigued to hear.
Well, actually deals with a 200-year-old practice called blackface. Basically, it was you have white performers. They would blacken their face by using burnt corkscrews, or they would use grease paint, which was black, and basically they would blacken their face and speak in a pretty much derogatory manner to degrade. At that time, they were enslaved people, but they to degrade, enslave, and then recently freed black people that were formerly enslaved, and was a means of degrading them. And that stereotype can and create those stereotypes that we deal with today. But that practice continues. In fact, there was an example of your prime minister that got
Oh
caught
yes,
with that. And
yes.
even in America, there was a governor in Virginia that was caught wearing blackface. And even overseas, over in the Netherlands, there's a yearly event that they do. I can't think of the name. It's called, I think, something Pete. And basically, they wear the blackface and things of that nature, even though it may be customary to them in a traditional practice, but it still has a degrading effect on people of, especially black folks. And so I wanted to address that. And this was the first song I ever did, actually, and the first song I ever put out. So that's what blackface is about.
Okay, let's get it.
You can see that he has blackface makeup on. It's covering his face, neck, his arms and hands, and you can see between the tears in his jeans there that he also appears to have the makeup down his legs as well.
Blackface next to the guy just as a member of the
I have
KKK.
been around people where I've been at school where teachers have showed up in blackface, where I've seen at events where other people have showed up in blackface.
I've always been around since someone spoke the truth. To open up your mind is what I hope to do. What we find offensive is a joke for you. But when it's said and done, I hope I've broken through. Cause blackface and like permanent scars. It's hard to see the light when you learn in the dark. You say let's forget it happened years ago. But every time we see it, we've been invincible. We can't move forward unless we face our sins. Then we'll be a lot further than the place we in. For the people die before me, I pay true homage. Cause blackface to me is more than shoe polish. Why our blood stain is on the left. Bitter roots, I wish cops had restraint in the gate and shoot. We can't move forward unless we face our sins. Then we'll be a lot further than the place we in.
White performers would appear in blackface. Using burnt cork or shoe polish, they would paint their face, dress in ragged clothing, leaving the area around their mouths unpainted. On stage, performers would depict the caricatures they were playing as lazy, ignorant, and would use exaggerated accents, ridiculing black people.
I'm sick of the lies, beginning to mind, beginning to find. Political minds with criminal ties is keeping us blind. You step out of line, they keep you alive by using the noose. To list device to keep us back from hearing the truth. We never deserve to live in a world with a dog in their face. Calling us coons and nothing about you, they part of my race. I hear you like the stereotype in the shows. The prejudice related to this and this for shows. Buffoonery was soon to see in the face. The images that injured us we can't erase. You went the path to get a laugh with party tricks. Defamation like my nation hardly fixed. Broken heart with no regard for black life. The sickness spread in my head like cracked pipes. Buffoonery was soon to see in my face. The images that injured us we can't erase.
Almost everyone has heard the term blackface, but
And so we use the sound bites to explain it
blackface.
for those who don't understand.
It's always about power. It's also like who has the right to be studied and who has the right to take on the caricature, right? And historically, that power has always been in the hands of white males.
White men in blackface trying to suck and jive. Standing on stage in an ugly disguise. Like women makes best, playing a role. And every Mr. Show, that's when the story was told. Now Thomas D. Price, he gave it proper feel. We're talking Jim Crow that's in the cotton field. Al Joseph didn't have me on the jazz scene. And made us feel like we were just as crazy. And we still did with this legacy, we felt the pain. Being second class citizens since it's nothing stained. We've been traumatized, although abominized, but still considered niggas ever survive through the ages. And let's demand the nation erase blackface and the degradation from the past. On our shoulders rests glory. This is the beginning, not the end of the story. Blackface, blackface. Blackface, blackface.
Mm-mm.
Blackface.
I'm sitting here like, so I have been taking it easy on these individuals.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm like in the Caribbean they'd call that bayface.
Okay.
Just straight up saying how you feel without any regard for anyone else's emotion or opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So and that's how we have to be now. We have to
Yes.
be bayface because
Mm-hmm.
I say to the office of the premier all the time, how can you tell me you have my best interest in mind if you don't know what my interests are?
That's true.
So we got to tell them what our interests are and let them know that, hey, we're interested in change in this regard. We're interested in things that are like things going better in this field. We have to have, you know what I mean? We have to have a stance that we don't waver from in order to get to where we're trying to go.
I agree.
And all this fighting over crumbs, that has to stop. We gotta. It's like it's so funny how I broke it down to a couple people one time. I was just like, look, you have the flour and you have the butter and you have the water and I have the stove.
Mm-hmm.
You have bread right there. Why am I gonna fight you for your flour so you can fight me for my stove, and then I have to fight him for his butter?
Mm-hmm.
And then he has the water and just spills it all over us and wastes it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
let's go. And it's coming. People are coming around. People are like, I know this one group. I work with this one group, Team Action. You know what I mean? I got to shout them out every time because we meet every week, and every week we walk away with something happening that's significant for each person in the group. You know what I mean? So Lushy Bantan and Jennifer Cheshire, Stevie Dredd, and A. Smith. Oh man, Greg was in there this week. You know, I got to shout out Alicia as well. You know what I mean? We strategize a course of action for each individual who brings their agenda to the table. And then we make sure by the time we're done, everybody has a course of action they can take to get them towards their goal. It's the easiest way to do it. It's the easiest way to do it. So, but because it's resistance, like there's a resistance. It's like I said, okay. And this guy, if he's watching, he knows who he is, and I'm not trying to knock him or anything. It's just the psychology in the situation amazes me. I said, okay, we can do this. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the partner draw.
No, I'm not.
Okay, a partner draw is where you get a group of people to contribute a sum of money.
Okay.
On a weekly basis.
I got you now.
A weekly or a monthly basis, depending on the pay schedules of everybody involved. So say me, you, and 3 other people drop in $50. Let me do the math quick. That's $250. Right? So the first week that $250 goes to you. Knowing that the next week you're gonna have to put your $50 in still, so that I could get my $250. And then the following week, you still have to put another $50 in for the next person to get their $250. So it's 5 weeks of putting $50 in either way. It's just whoever gets it first, like, you know what I mean? The only thing is who gets it when.
Exactly.
That could be a conflict. Now, that idea wasn't as acceptable as putting money together for a lotto draw where no one gets, where people aren't guaranteed to get anything at any point in time. So I'm gonna throw away $5 a week for 10 weeks. There's $50 right there. Or I could put $50 in a pool where I get it back.
Yeah, that's more sense. Make more sense. To me, it does.
But people don't trust themselves, so they're less likely to trust others, kind of thing. So it's just like,
I agree.
You know what I mean? It amazes me. It's like I've driven since I was 18. I've heard so many people complain about how much it costs to take a taxi, or how inconvenient it is to take the bus. But few of those people have ever decided to offer me money to put in my gas tank, and I'm not putting my neck on a chopping block for them to do it. You know what I mean? It's like, come on now. These are little life hacks, little hacks. You know, someone who drives, throw them a little bit of change to put gas in their tank to get you to where they're going. They're not asking you for insurance. They're not asking you for maintenance. Come on. These are things that, like, your music is invigorating me to speak on. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm glad it does. That's what I want. I wanted to have some type of impact on people, whether it's awareness or it just motivates them even more so to be more active in the community or make change one way or the other. You know, that's the end result for me.
Yes. Well, you know what? I myself can say that I've learned things that I thought I already knew, and I have seen things that I didn't think I would. Some of these, like, lyrics and these experiences over the course of the 256 weeks that I've been doing it. But, like, your music has been some of the most impactful where it comes to, like, the advocacy aspect of it. I mean, like, I gotta play this track right here. My dude Lushy Bantan, I call him the one-man grandstand because he's dynamic, bro. He's dynamic. Even in the meetings, his energy is just live. Excuse me. And he's got this song called Black Lives Matter. Pushing heavy. It's got #1 in Germany, won awards internationally.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, so yes. It's one of those tunes where it's like, again, along the lines of what you're saying. I mean, empowering. I'm in the process of working on this video.
That's dope.
Yeah. I'm humbled. Very humbled because, like I said, this man's internationally known. And he's trusted me to manage his projects. You know what I mean?
That's dope.
Yeah, it is. I've been working for years to cultivate and develop myself in a way that I would be received. But when I was received that way, I was still taken aback. You know what I mean? It's like, as much as you believe something to be possible, we're still conditioned to doubt it. That's what I'm trying to show people, to believe beyond belief. Yeah, man. So,
okay.
All right, so.
No problem.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But this track right here, I bring it up because
it's
think
dope. I like it.
I think, like, in the working, because of your advocacy through your music and what he's doing, we could talk about a collaboration kind of thing.
I would love to do that. I was thinking that anyway. I mean, I would like to work with you on another level as well. Some of the things you talked about before. So I'm hoping that we can have a phone call outside of this, because there are some things I think you can do to help me, and whatever I can do to help you, let's do it.
All right. So man, anytime this week, give me a shout.
Okay.
And we'll coordinate and we'll talk about whatever, you know what I mean, whatever on the agenda. Because I like what you're doing, and I like the way you're doing it. And like I said, I heard this song, I put the song on today, and usually like, I wait the first time I play the song, like, I'll play a couple of songs, but I wait till I have the artist on so they can get my genuine response.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't want to fabricate anything.
I understand that.
But you know what I mean? So,
What's up to your man in the back right there?
Man, that's his name, Fabric. So
Fabric. Right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, I remember now. Fabric. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
So you know what I mean? So when I heard that, like, something drew me to play that song, and I listened to it. I was just sitting here, and I was just holding a 1-2 meditation, and I'm just like, yo, if this man is saying these things so brazen, why can't I? Why am I holding my tongue when I see these things and I know these things are happening? like I can speak truth to some of these situations and create change. So I need to do that. I need to dive further into my psychology and just break these censorships that I've been conditioned to use because other people might not like the way I think. You know what I mean? But that's what it is. It is what it is. Oh man. So is there anyone you want to shout out before you head out?
Yeah, of course. Well, first of all, I want to thank you once again for having me on the Terrell Effect Show and also having me on Candid Conversations. Both were equally both were great experiences, and it gave me an opportunity to get to know you and hear your thought process, and you get to know mine as well. I would encourage everyone that supports Soulrac Music to go ahead and get that new issue of Culture Shock, issue 13, and continue to follow the Terrell Effect Show and Candid Conversations. Always shout out to MJ, shout out to my people and friends, shout out to my family. My man Peace Mark, we got a new track coming out soon. Hopefully he could come on your show because he got some dope music getting ready to drop in November.
Of course, we featured him in one of the earlier issues of Culture Shock as well.
Exactly.
On him. So
exactly.
Yeah, if you want to coordinate that, let me know.
I got it.
As of November 24th for Candid Conversations is open, and December 11th on.
Okay.
So anytime.
Okay. I'll make sure that we'll make it happen, definitely, because he'll definitely be a treat for the show. But again, I can never thank you enough. I thank you for all you do for the culture. I thank you for what you're doing in Canada and abroad and the impact that you're making. Continue to do that. And lastly, I want to give a shout out to my partners for our podcast, Powerful Impact. And so I just want to make sure they get some love as well. Other than that, I'm so grateful again to get in contact, to build this relationship with you and connect with your audience.
Definitely. And you have another podcast happening later on tonight, correct?
I do. I have one that I have a show that I'm on tonight. It's Like It or Not with Michael Lane, but then I'm also recording for our future podcast that'll be appearing soon, which is Powerful Impact. But yes, I do have that coming on tonight. And so I ask everyone that follow me on social media to go ahead and check that out as well. Thank you for reminding me.
No problem. Yeah. It's what we do. All right. Yeah. So it's been a blessed experience. I look forward to the next time we cross paths.
Oh man.
Sooner than later.
Yes.
My line is always open. So anytime you want to give me a shout, like I said, if I don't answer, I'll send you a message right away. And then we'll coordinate.
All right.
But it's less than likely that I don't answer my phone.
Okay, let's do it. And let's make that collab happen as well between you and the artist that you mentioned. So let's do that too. We'll make it happen.
Yes. All right.
All right. Stay blessed up.
All right, King. You too.
Okay. All right, King.
That's Soulrac, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So we got a little bit of time left here. I gotta play some music now. We just talked about the one-man grandstand. I want to get him another track right here. We got another track right here with him, Sheila Hilton and Elvis D. He goes, come on now. God. All right. I'm gonna have to run upstairs for a quick second. Me have to turn off my microphone and block off the video, but listen to the tune. Yeah. Wildin'. Yeah. Take it. Need it. Yeah. I'm gonna find a way to stand up while I'm DJing, cause like a jet plane, start on defend. I'm just wilding down here. Carry on, carry on. Share the link. How about them sunshine? Wait. Try. Here we go. Take control. We're taking up the church. Let's go. Turbulence featuring Neto Youth. Right. Without you, tell me, how can I survive? Stay alive, live. Yeah, without your blessings, we are doomed. Neto Youth, read the iron roots. And Neto Youth. Once I heard singing culture. How to use them, burn up the culture. And guide me. Make me stay. Be my strength to eternity. Without you. Tell them that me and the Most High on the journey I time. Oh, and the Most High on the journey I time. Hey. Like locals. And the heart of reporters. I feel them. This Saturday night's gonna be alive. We have things going. It's a Red Effect Live, episode 256. Sheesh. Come on now. Let's go with it. Mankind. Wakabushi. Why you want to live worse than this line? Ooh, you're so unkind. Good friend, hard not to find. The universe is yours and mine. Fabric's gonna be more active and animated in the coming weeks. Oh, y'all see it with the WWE World Heavyweight title. You know what I mean? We got some plans for y'all. Don't worry. I mean, like, we got something for you. Yeah. And what? And I can't sing, no DJ, no rap. Hey, we don't have the latest thing, don't they? Oh, yeah. All over the world, I never need a wait, man. I don't know if it be a pan. All over the world, I never never wait, man. Hey, come on. And they gotta give me congrats. She says she ever sung back, yeah. Sung back there. Come back where? Sung that, yeah. Sung back there. Sung back there. Sung back where? Reputation clean, Jesus. I'm just having too much fun with this over here. Like, this is how I am with the music, yo. The music makes a brother do some things. Hey. For less than 30 seconds, for like maybe 10 seconds. And the icing might melt. My daughter just asked me if she could put cake in the microwave. That's all you have to do. So much trouble in the world. We have so much trouble in the world. So much trouble in the world. So much trouble in the world. All of our diamonds and pearls.
For the guys, we will start fires, the messiahs, the fighters, guys that are triers, man, more who's there, trying to be my student, college things improving, how we meet my new chick, this street love, New York City clean thugs, Snoopy with the Negro, smoke something, drink up, come hot, the party fast, brown bag, but party stash, can't get it without no lies off the track, artifacts, Times Square, flash mob, rocket shit, blast off, Mervyn, flag, like, make crack cone, I don't care, I ain't going nowhere, life's a bitch, but she think yes, I'm a show fan, asking on track beats, I'm flying trap beats, had all things to stand pieces, I'm put all these values,
I'm like, I get big bloods. A la calle. Loca. A la calle. A la calle. Johnny Armani.
watch so real. Nothing on my neck. I'm growing the best. It's what we said. And know what we really love. We know respect. That's how you feel. I'll be styling on them. I'm jumping on my hands from that bitch. Smile at them. They know I'm pussy and collars at them. $100 G's. I'm throwing dollars at them. Bitch, go for me. I never holler at them. Need a new all. Just about to try. So now my ex and I'm up on the petrol. Canadian weekends. I'm feeling so extra. I'm feeling so extra. Nigga, I'm finished. Just see y'all say, hey, go check every picture through the paper. Mostly you about your money. Wake up like it's time to get to the paper. If you're like 6 other famous man, check if I hit all the breakers. White backwoods with my Lakers. Wood paint on the back and I'm stinking. I just gotta check. I just gotta check. I'm walking like flights to watch this on rest. Nothing on my neck. I'm going the best. It's over to say. They know what we rate. Oh, we know this respect. It's over to say. They know what we rate.
Yeah. I've come to life to tell you that we are coming to the end of the show. Fabric here, and I'm tired of sitting behind that title. But I want something to do, so here I am. Yeah. Don't worry about that dude behind me. He's just the host of the show. We're going to have one for me, though, coming soon. Get Fab. Yeah. There is a lot that we're going to do, and I can't wait to show it to you. Yes, Fabric, courtesy of Shannon Lee Eggerman. Got to shout her out for, you know what I mean, hooking a brother up with his own lifelike Muppet. Yeah. We are coming to the end of the show. So, thank you for watching. Check out Liquid Fire Radio. Shout out Christy Hales. All right. We are shutting it down. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Love all the energy that y'all sent my way. Shout outs to Soulrac. Shout outs to MJ Savino, Johnny Armani, PNPN, Rochester, everybody whose music I played, everybody's music I'm going to get to in the coming weeks. We got so many people coming on in the following weeks. So, like, we're going to be featuring some new music from some new talent. Stay tuned. Episode 256. Next week's episode 257. We going in. Yeah. Bless up. Block out.